Hey guys, and welcome to another Japanese toy review here at Milk Tea Reviews. And today I'm going to be talking about the SH Figuarts Akibaranger set, which I guess as of right now is a little bit dated and a little bit incomplete. And I'll tell you why. It's because the second season started. They made a couple new figures, and so there's like the powered up version of the red guy, and I believe they're making some villains. But aside from that, this is what's considered the core set from the first season, so we don't have to worry too much about that. This is something that you might recognize if you're a fan of the Japanese Sentai series, or if you like the Power Ranger series over here in America. This was the handcuffs for AkibaRed in the Akibaranger series, or which I believe was known as Power Rangers SPD over here. So yeah, this is the handcuffs that the monster makes, but we'll get that into that a little bit later. Here is the bag of parts that comes with all three of these SH Figuarts figures. It's if you've bought a Japanese highly detailed kind of adult collector toy before, you should have an idea of what's coming with it. I probably shouldn't have put them all in the same bag like this, because apparently all of them have the same black gloved hands. But of course there's going to be one that's you know, more feminine than the other. So as we can see here, obviously a male hand that you can pop into one of the joints over there, and here we see an obviously female hand that we can pop into the joints there. They also come with little scarf things, which you know, you can pop in, but we'll talk about this later. I just wanted to kind of get the extras out of the way first. This one doesn't come with any of them. It came with a different SH Figuarts figure, which is it came with AkibaRed. I know I already explained that it originally came from the Akibaranger series, but I wanted to explain that this one comes with a Akibaranger toy. Anyway, I'll review that some other time if anybody cares, and they probably don't, so I'll just do it when I feel like it. So here are the guns that each of the figures come with. It's one per figure, and it is, I think, like the best I can explain it, it transforms from like an anime statue into a gun. Whoa, that's not cool. Give me 1 second. Just lost a couple pieces because my plastic thing is flying around. Alright. I can almost guarantee you that I probably lost a couple hands already, but I'll check the video and double check. Anyway, so yeah, each of them only comes with a collection of anywhere from 5 to 8 hand configurations, ranging anywhere from peace sign to open hand to fist to one that's able to hold the guns. That's fairly whatever. For those of you that are on the fence about SH Figuarts, I'm going to review this in just 1 second. I just want to go over the series for a bit. So, what Akibaranger is, if you've never seen it, it's kind of like a spin-off of the Sentai series. And the Sentai series is what Power Rangers here are based on. I'm going to just refer to them as the Sentai series, but you get an idea of that. So what happens is, this guy's an otaku, so he's a complete nerd. She's a cosplaying nut. And she is somebody who does kendo or some kind of fighting martial art. I've already forgotten, despite the fact that I've seen the entire series. So what's this based on? It's based on supposedly real life, where all these characters are aware of the Sentai series, and you know, they exist on television. And how these people transform is apparently through delusion powers, which really caught my eye when I was watching the series, just to give it a shot. And without ruining too much of the plot, basically they imagine themselves to be Sentai heroes when in reality they aren't. They don't transform. They don't do anything. Let's not go too far into that, because things might change, especially in the second season, and I don't want to ruin that for you. But I just wanted to give you a bit of a rundown. Also, you can see the suits are heavily Sentai inspired. Although I would say that there is a lot of influence from the Kamen Rider series, because typically Sentais are like, I don't know, they are typically 3 colors, but it's usually a full spandex kind of padded suit. But in this case, it's got a little bit of everything. It's got padding. It's got some spandex, but it's also got you know, plastic pieces and chest pieces and everything, which is more typically found in the Kamen Rider series. Yeah, overall, I just love the way these costumes look. I think it's a really cool update, and you know, I think it'd be really awesome if the Sentai series officially moved towards that. But anyway, this series was considered the unofficial Sentai series, despite the fact that it is officially produced by them. So there's a lot of inside jokes in it. They'd have cameos from previous Sentai series show up, as well as stunt coordinators and kind of special things like that. Apparently there's a hand in here from my AkibaRed figure that I bought. Anyway, so how do we go about this? Now, SH Figuarts is kind of difficult to get cheap stateside, although if you're in Japan, you could go to a used shop or a secondhand shop or reseller and get it for relatively cheaper. A friend picked this up on my behalf. Normally, the retail price should have been about 3,900 yen, which is approximately $40. I was able to pick it up from a reseller for about half that, which is pretty awesome. But of course, you wouldn't be able to do something like that over here, because you have to go through eBay. These things are a niche product, so there's not a lot of buyers. Kind of continually jacking up the price. So let's look at some of the details here. Yeah, here we go. So there's the standard Sentai mouth. Here's the visor. Here's a very cool kind of emo haircut on here. These plastic pieces, you can see through them in order to see the detailing inside. There's a lot of black, red, and white, which is pretty awesome. These things have an amazing amount of posability, and it really puts American toys to shame. Even if we're pretending that we paid $40 for this, let's get rid of shipping, because we in America are not the market they're considering. So let's just pretend we got this downtown at the store, $40, tax included. And so, you know, when you're paying half the price of this for a Legends figure, it can't do half as much. I mean, to put it in other words, this thing is an amazingly posable figure. Like, if you were to put the knee up like this, it sticks. That is amazing. Not all figures can do this. It matches human movement so well. There's even the ankle, there is ankle articulation, but there's also toe articulation too, right into the boot. There's two joints here, and did I just break my finger? Yeah, I just like broke off like the knee cap or whatever. But yeah, anyway, let's put that back in. I would say that these figures, and a lot of these kind of Japanese figures, not to say that they're not sturdy or they fall apart, but they're definitely meant for adult collectors. They don't care if children are going to eat them. That's probably going to be the parents' fault, and you're not going to see so much suing like you would see here. Oh, my son ate a small piece of my toy. I deserve $1 million for my anguish. Which probably ruins a lot of toys here. Which, you know, ruined the Boba Fett toy back when Star Wars came out and couldn't fire stuff because it might apparently wound a child seriously enough that, you know, the child would be incapacitated for the rest of his life. Aside from the knee, there are double elbow joints as well as shoulder joints that are, you know, do the full human rotation, I guess you can say. Because, you know, we can do the fist up pose, we can do this, yay! We can do that, we can do this. We can put them in a compromising pose right over here, or, you know, a bit of a seductive pose, like yes, yeah, that's sort of weird. There's a little bolt to put the scarf on, I guess. You know, you can also put a double scarf. I don't know. I'm not going to do it. I just like the single scarf. That's cool. So so as you can imagine, I don't want to drag on this review for too long to show you that all these figures do that. But yes, all these figures do that, which is really, really awesome. These guys also came with a base that comes separately to help stand your figures, which I think, what's it called? You know, some toy lines have here, but you know, whatever. But yeah, these things are amazing because you can really do like a really dynamic pose. You know, like the typical jumping pose when they're like jumping off a building for dynamic reasons. You can have a pose like this, and then have it being held by the stand or whatever. So that was AkibaRed. Here's Akiba Yellow with the same type of joints, but obviously molded differently. She's got twin tails over here. She's got the visor. Head can swivel all about, look up, look down. We've got a belt that actually is a separate piece from her. We've got the skirt. Ooh, you perv. We've got the boots. We've got the double joints everywhere. We've got the toe joints. We can also have her do a cute pose with this, you know, like hands out. Hee hee hee, hee hee hee, bee, like that. You know, yay, yay, yay. All right, and then there's the blue one with a whoops, knocked off the scarf, but you know, with a split ponytail. The AkibaBlue was replaced by another actress because I believe the original actress had prior obligations, so she couldn't come back in time for filming. But we've got this. Like, yes, yes, I punched that guy in the dick. Yeah. Once again, all around posing. The skirt's a little bit different from the yellow one, as it's sort of like I don't know, a half skirt or something, kind of giving her more posability off to the side. This skirt would limit, you know, how far this one's leg can kind of spread apart, but let's not try not to sound too creepy about that. Once again, double knee, double elbow. We've got, you know, full rotation of the hands, including switchable hands, open palm, any of those kind of things. You know, we've got rotation around the waist, you know, up torso rotation, everything, to kind of make awesome poses if you want. Like, yes, scored that touchdown, never for the Jets. That's supposed to be Tebowing, but I realized I don't quite remember. I think one knee down. Was it one hand down? And then like that. That didn't work. So, yeah. So, as far as HSH Figuarts go, pretty much all the figures are going to be just as posable. It's just going to be a different character. So if you've seen kind of one review, you've kind of seen them all, except maybe for some of the ones in the beginning when they're, you know, when the first few molds might have came out bad. Don't know if that's true. Typically that's the case with most new action figures, though. Yeah, so if you're ever on the fence about these SH Figuarts AkibaRanger toys, or any SH Figuarts, definitely get them. I was able to get this set for about $65, which is amazing steal. But even if I just want to buy one of these for $40, I would definitely say that's a good deal. Treat yourselves. If you really love a series and you just can't find a way to get anything else from that series in this country. So take care, guys.